can I help you? We could always use help picking crops. If you... Honest pay for honest work. Goodbye, old... A fine day to you, friend. May you... Honest pay for honest work. Honest pay for honest work.
I await your orders, Thane. As you command, my Thane.
Feel free to make requests. Oh, no. But being surrounded by good music, good drink, and good friends is all I've ever asked for. Generally, if you want rumors, you should talk to Corpulus. That said, I did see a visitor pass through on his way to the Blue Palace. You should think about staying the night. Corpulus keeps a clean inn.
Yes? Lead the way, my hero.
Hi? Alright, I'm ready-ish. Alrighty.
You and me, we're the only people around who aren't complete fools.
Someone do something!
Carlia destroyed everything this guild stood for. She murdered my predecessor in cold blood and betrayed the guild. After we discovered what she'd done, we spent months trying to track her down, but she just vanished. Carlia and I were like partners. I went with her on every heist. We watched each other's backs. I know her techniques, her skills. If she kills me, there'll be no one left that could possibly catch her if we knew where she was. One place that is where she murdered Gallus in a ruin called Snowvale Sanctuary. We have to go out there before she disappears again. Yes, I'm going with you, and together we're going to kill her. Here's your payment for solitude. Prepare yourself and meet me at the ruins as soon as you can. We can't let her slip through our fingers.
So, you're Remiel's new protege, eh?
Well, looks like you're fitting in well down here. I'm supposed to allow you to trade in one of your pieces of guild armor. So what will it be? Of course. Otherwise it wouldn't be much of a reward, now would it? Your new piece will enhance your skill beyond that of the original. Trust me.
Idiot. He said furs, not furs. It was a damn logging caravan.
Are you sure? Once I exchange it for you, I'm not taking it back. Unless you want to sell it at a discount, of course. Okay, there you go. Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back. If you're looking for extra work, talk to Vex or Delvin. They'll fix you up.
Pull up a seat. Have a drink.
Speak while the sands are warm. It moves, but it does not step. Good. Others develop bad habits, being noisy one day and quiet the next. It is best to always walk softly, so that stealth is as natural as breath. Farewell.
Make it quick.
Well, you done or what?
How did you do that?
dogs. Juniper berries taste so good.
That's close enough.
That's close enough.
You're
damn it.
destroy you.
Nar, if you...
Come on.
Now I'd appreciate it.
Fight.
Die, damn you. You picked the wrong thing, Remiel.
Go, Scrap.
I will destroy you.
That's right. You stay over there, far away from me.
Well, you still can.
Stay still, and I'll give you a shave. I'm getting really tired, Nar. Can you pull them now? I'll have skeever food in a moment.
Time to end this.
Come on, let's see you put up a fight.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
Well met, traveler. I am Kadojo, a monk making the pilgrimage to the shrine of Azura. Then today will be no different than any other. For while I recognize Azura's place in the pantheon of the divines, the Daedra hold no particular favor in the doctrine I follow. Some may see the line between Aedra and Daedra as a means of separation, when the divide itself is the true nature of our existence. It is in the eye of the storm that one finds balance, and with balance comes the flourishing of life. I follow the path of balance through opposition. The Aedra and Daedra are the embodiment of this mantra. It is a common misconception that these balancing forces are the spirit of good and evil, a reductive and flawed interpretation. The Aedra are the agents of stasis and order. The Daedra are the essence of change and chaos, for chaos itself cannot be an agent of anything. When the two are in balance, time progresses at its natural flow. The world changes as it stays the same. Although in truth, it is not for us to attach labels to the creators. If mortals cannot divine the nature of themselves, it is quite presumptuous to try the same with the gods. One must both have purpose and flexibility. He may walk a path of many roads to the same destination. He may not know where the destination lies until the moment he arrives at it, and even then, it may not fulfill his true purpose. I am reminded of the story of a carpenter who was tasked with hanging a painting for the Count. The painting was hung over the bedchamber, and while it seemed to be a perfect fit, the Count nevertheless told the carpenter to take it down. Back and forth the pair went, from the study to the great hall, each time the Count requesting the carpenter to hang the painting, then remove it. After walking the breadth of the castle, at long last they returned to the bedchamber. Only this time, when the painting was hung, the Count was satisfied, for only by seeing all other alternatives did he know his choice was true. And thus, my request is this. If you will do me the honor of being my carpenter, and I yours, then I will forever be in your debt. A wealthy Jarl will request a bard to craft him a verse for his children. The verse must convey his desire for their happiness. The bard meditates on the subject before returning with his verse. He stands before the Jarl and recites the following. May your children know anguish, pain and suffering. May they know boredom and strife, fear and despair. The Jarl leaps angrily from his throne and demands the bard explain this insult. The bard deftly replies, "Forgive me, my Jarl. You ask me to write a verse that conveys the spirit of true happiness. I believe I have fulfilled that request, for without knowledge of pain and sadness, one cannot truly know what it means to be happy." I was trained as a priest of Stendar, but I felt the temple did not do enough to disavow the militants who walk the land in his name. I considered converting to the Temple of Julianos, and had packed for the great chapel in Skingrad to begin my training. There was only one item I could not find. My copy of the book, Aedra and Daedra. I scoured every corner of my quarters, until at last I saw it. It was placed on top of a high bookshelf. Now, they say those who hurry only slow themselves in the end. If only I heeded such sage advice. Instead of reaching for the footstool, I attempted to climb the shelf, only to fall flat on my tail. However, as it so happens, I lost my balance but gained my footing. For when my head struck the ground, I had a vision. It was an act of the divines, as was the placement of the book, and the title of the book itself. In my vision, I saw a constellation of gods, Aedra and Daedra. They made no distinction between themselves, for one were all, and all were one. Ah, it seems there is another who travels by your side. As such, I will wait for my turn. Then I implore you to ask them. To ask a question is to risk being a fool, but to cling to silence is to remain one. Boethia is the prince of plots, deceit, and conspiracy. Such words are sinister when spoken in the void. Yet, when the scales of power tip toward tyranny, when the strength of the dishonorable cannot be vanquished by a frontal assault, Boethia is there. Mola Gabal, meanwhile, is her nemesis. For he is strength and domination, and those who enslave others do so in his name. Although Boethia teaches us that strength can be vanquished, Molag Bal demonstrates that weakness is not a virtue. Mehrunes Dagon is the facilitator of destruction, the great equalizer of this plane. For when life is allowed to grow unchecked, it will wither from its own abundance. That reminds me of a tale of the Khajiit who lost his wife. Upon her death, he promised her he would never remarry. She warned him that if he broke his promise, she would haunt him as a spirit for the rest of his life. His loneliness outweighed his guilt, and he fell in love with another. Sure enough, his dead wife began to haunt him. The dead wife seemed to know everything. She knew about his forays to the brothel and his gambling at the pits. When he sought the guidance of the priest told him to ask the ghost a question even the man himself did not know. For if she truly knew everything, then she was indeed a ghost. But if she knew only what the man knew, it was more likely he was hunting himself. Such is the power of guilt, that it drives us to maintain our virtue. I pay homage to the divines as a whole, and the invisible thread that is woven between them. One does not look at a centipede and see 15 separate segments. One cannot focus on a leaf, for in doing so he will neglect the whole tree. One should not simply follow the path of temptation without questioning why, they are tempted. For water has no form without a cauldron or bucket, nor do the moons have shape without the darkness to light them. The Aedra are thought to be callous because they are indifferent, too often leaving mortals to their own devices. It reminds me of the parable of the acolyte priestess who stole from the alms bowl. The other acolytes beseeched the head priest to investigate the matter and cast the thief out. Yet the priest replied that he already knew the identity of the thief. The acolytes, angered, threatened to leave if the culprit was not revealed. "If I cast the thief out," he replied, "how will he ever learn remorse? If you leave, how will I ever teach you forgiveness?" It is not a tale that has an ending, so yours is as valid as any. Yet you cannot say that the thief took everything, for one cannot steal wisdom, and the words imparted by the priest were meant not only for the thief, but the ears of his acolytes. Goodbye.
catch my breath. Should've run when you could.
Good. You're finally here. I've scouted the ruins and I'm certain Carlia is still inside. No, I found her horse. Don't worry, I've taken care of it. She won't be using it to escape. Let's get moving. I want to catch her inside while she's distracted. Take the lead. I'm sorry, I was under the impression I was in charge. You're leading and I'm following. Does that seem clear to you? Just make certain you keep your eyes open. Carlia is as sharp as a blade. The last thing I need is you blundering into a trap and warning her that we're here. I have a long-standing arrangement with the Dark Brotherhood. If I need someone in the guild taken care of, we do it ourselves. We both agree it's best to keep these matters in-house.
Intense in my interests. My father used to say that I was never half-full.
She was a stubborn Dwemer. Always had to do everything her way. But she was also the best, bringing in more coin a month than some thieves heist in a year. Gallus trusted her too much and let her get too close. If you want to call it that, yes. Me? I think she was softening him for the kill. Gallus would call her his little nightingale. Absolutely smitten by her. Greed? Jealousy? Spite? Who can say what drove her to such an iniquitous act? One thing's certain, I intend to find out before she draws her last breath. 25 years ago, I was standing outside these very same ruins. Gallus told me to meet here, but he wouldn't say why. When I arrived, Gallus stepped from the shadows. Before he uttered a sound, an arrow pierced his throat. Before I could even draw my blade, her second arrow found its mark in my chest. Carlia was a master marksman, and her greatest weapon was the element of surprise. I was lucky. She missed my heart by mere inches. I staggered away from the ruins and my vision began to blur. It's then that I realized the bitch had poisoned her arrows. The last thing I saw was Carlia dumping his body into an opening atop the ruins. An unceremonious end for a remarkable man. To this day, I've regretted allowing her to escape, even if it meant I had died trying. I owed Gallus that much. The guild was thrown into disarray. Several stepped up and tried to claim Gallus's former position as guildmaster. Sides quickly formed behind these men, and the Ratway became a bloodbath. I saw what they did to Gallus. I wanted to use the guild's resources to hunt down Carlia. The others didn't even care he was gone. Fortunately, I persevered, and the other groups were either killed or they left Skyrim. The infighting had taken months to subside, which gave her time to go into hiding and carefully cover her tracks. I spent thousands of septum and used every contact at my disposal. But it was as if she had simply vanished. Like I said before, she was the best.
Keeping them in servitude? What is keeping them from eternal
Keep
rest?
your eyes open, your mouth shut.
Could really go for a warm bath right about now.
Must you keep stopping?
I am a Dwemer. There's a room in Skyrim I visited before meeting you.
Yes, what is it now? 25 years ago, I was standing outside these very same ruins. Gallus told me to meet here, but he wouldn't say why. Good. We're finally here. I've scouted the ruins and I'm certain Carlia is still inside. No, I found her horse. Don't worry, I've taken care of it. She won't be using it to escape. Let's get moving. I want to catch her inside while she's distracted. Take the lead. Just make certain you keep your eyes open. Carlia is as sharp as a blade. The last thing I need is you blundering into a trap and warning her that we're here.
Mercer seems off. It makes me nervous. Please be careful.
She was
my
a
partner in
stubborn,
crime.
but she was also the... Gallus trusted her too much and let her, if you want to call it. Gallus would call her his little nightingale. Greed? One thing's certain, I intend to find out before she... I have a long-standing arrangement with the Dark Brotherhood. We both agree it's best to keep these matters in-house. 25 years ago, I was standing up. When I arrived, Gallus stepped from the shadows. Before I could even draw my blade, her second arrow found its mark in my chest. Carlia was a master marksman. I staggered away from the ruins and my vision began to blur. It's then that I realized the bitch had poisoned her arrows. The last thing I saw was Carlia dumping his body into an opening atop the ruins. To this day, I've regretted allowing her to escape, even if it meant I had died trying. I owed Gallus that much. The guild was thrown into disarray. Sides quickly formed behind these men and the rat. I saw what they did to Gallus. Fortunately, I persevered, and the other groups were either... The infighting had taken months to subside, which gave her time. I spent thousands of septum and used every contact at my disposal. But it was as if she had simply vanished. As I said before, she was the best. You're quite noisy for someone who claims to be a thief. There's little time for talk. What do you want?
You know, Nar, I am looking forward to our next... I'll be around.
Yes, my Thane? Yes, Thane. Be careful.
Nar, you're walking away. Oh, were we done talking? Oops.
They say that these ancient Nordic burial mounds are sometimes impenetrable. This one doesn't look too difficult. Quite simple, really. I don't know what the fuss is about these blocks. All it takes is a bit of know-how, not a lot of skill. That should do it. You're quite noisy for someone who claims to be a thief.
Finally. As you will, my Thane. I will protect you with my life.
Lead the way, my hero.
What's on your mind? Alright, I'm ready-ish.
stench in here. This place smells of death. Be on your guard. Pull the chain over there and watch out for the spikes. Looks like Carlia reset all of the traps. You can't hide from me! of them ahead. Something near. Now you're mine. Elia always was a nimble minx, slipping past. right track. She's been through here as well. Who's there? I knew I heard. Something. I get this too easy.
I sense a presence.
Door up ahead. Looks perfect for hiding an ambush. Be ready. Will adorn my blade. It's one of the infamous Nordic puzzle doors. How quaint. Without the matching claw, they're normally impossible to open. Since I'm certain Carlia already did away with it, we're on our own. Fortunately, these doors have a weakness if you know how to exploit it. Quite simple, really. Carlia is close, I'm certain of it. Now let's get moving. Do you honestly think your arrow will reach me before my blade finds your heart?
Give me a reason to try.
You're a clever girl, Carlia. Buying Golden Glow Estate and funding Honningbrew Meadery was inspired.
To ensure an enemy's defeat, you must first undermine his allies. It was the first lesson Gallus taught us.
You always were a quick study.
Not quick enough, otherwise Gallus would still be alive.
Gallus had his wealth and he had you. All he had to do was look the other way.
Did you forget the oath we took as Nightingales? Did you expect him to simply ignore your methods?
Enough of this mindless banter. Come, Carlia. It's time for you and Gallus to become reunited.
I'm no fool, Mercer. Crossing blades with you would be a death sentence, but I can promise the next time we meet, it will be your undoing.
How interesting. It appears Gallus's history has repeated itself. Carlia has provided me the means to be rid of you, and this ancient tomb becomes your final resting place. But you know what intrigues me the most? The fact that this was all possible because of you. Farewell. I'll be certain to give Remiel your regards.
Easy. Easy. Don't get up so quickly. How are you feeling? No, I saved your life. My arrow was tipped with a unique paralytic poison. It slowed your heart and kept you from bleeding out. Had I intended to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation. My original intention was to use that arrow on Mercer, but I never had a clear shot. I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it prevented your death. Without the antidote I administered, you'd be as still as a statue. I treated your wounds and didn't leave you defenseless. The poison on that arrow took me a year to perfect. I only had enough for a single shot, and yet I used it on you. All I had hoped was to capture Mercer alive. Mercer must be brought before the Guild to answer for what he's done. He needs to pay for Gallus's murder. My purpose in using Snowveil Sanctum to ambush Mercer wasn't simply for irony's sake. Before both of you arrived, I recovered a journal from Gallus's remains. I suspect the information we need is written inside. I wish I knew. The journal is written in some sort of language I've never seen before. Enther. Gallus' friend at the College of Winterhold. Of course. It's the only outsider Gallus trusted with the knowledge of his Nightingale identity. There were 3 of us. Myself, Gallus, and Mercer. We were an anonymous splinter of the Thieves Guild in Riften. Perhaps I'll tell you more about it later. Right now, you need to head for Winterhold with the journal and get the translation. Here, take these as well. They may prove useful for your journey.
Gosh, you're awake. I wasn't sure if she was telling the truth about saving you or not.
Mercer lied to the Guild, branded me a murderer, and slandered my name across his network of contacts. For 25 years I ran, never sleeping in the same place twice and carefully covering my tracks. Mercer doesn't need to die. He needs to feel the cold sting of fate as his life crumbles in front of him and he's hunted by the Guild. I can promise you if it comes to that, and my back's to the wall, I won't hesitate. I'm afraid not. There are preparations to make, and Gallus' remains to lay to rest. I promise to join you there as soon as I can. He was a scholar, a master thief, and a natural leader. Everyone respected him and followed him without question. It was Gallus who inducted me into the Nightingales, and honed my skills to a razor-sharp point. I owe everything to him. We were very close. Gallus once said he felt comfortable around me, able to let his guard down. I can't help but think that I'm responsible for what happened to him. Remember, speak only to Anthony. Trust no one else. Please, there isn't much time. What is it?
Come on, let's see you put up a fight.
lets himself get surrounded.
Do that is over here and if I ever do.
I need to ask you to stop. That shouting is making people good. Glad we straightened that out. You want me?
I'm sorry, could you describe
That horrible monster was turned inside out and then exploded. What did you do?
It was a minor miscalculation. I've already corrected it.
This is why people have a problem with your calling.
I never liked Mercy. He didn't have to kill Caroline's horse. He could have just scared it off.
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance. That spell looks dangerous. Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking. I'm just trying to have a quiet drink here, all right?
The last time I followed this lizard treasure hunting, we wound up hanging from the ceiling. That spider still gives me nightmares.
Well, I'm at a loss. None of this makes a damn bit of sense. I must be mad if the news of the Autumn Gale is true. I must be touched by Sher Gorath himself to think that ship could not find its way to shore. 77 times through mighty storms and restless seas, it never failed to reach port. But somehow, on the 78th, on a clear day with a steady wind, it sank to the bottom of Pilgrim's Trench. The vines only know. The wreckage is too far down the trench to offer any clues, but while we can't salvage the ship, we can salvage her reputation. And, more importantly, the reputation of my business. Ah, I love young people who are motivated to work. You can start by delivering these supplies to the salvage team. Here, take this to the leader of the team, Utai. She will handle your payment. Good craftsmanship and a damn good captain. Torald Icewind knew the ocean like a sheep knows wool. No, well, not my cargo anyway, but I did lose family. The Autumn Gale was my ship, and I loved her like a daughter. I don't know about that. Children tend to disappoint you. The Autumn Gale never did. At least until this recent turn of events. By being shrewd. I used to be a lowly courier, but then I got an idea to charge the people I was delivering to by claiming the sender hadn't paid. If they refused to pay my fee, I opened the letter and sold the information to someone else. Eventually, I earned enough money to start my own shipping and delivery business. Because I knew none of the recipients would ever bring it up. It's considered petty to start a quarrel over a handful of gold. Not a single one. A great tragedy indeed. How am I ever going to replace such cheap and skilled labor? Fortunately, I hadn't paid them their wages for the last few months. That takes some of the sting out of it. Not a single one. A great tragedy indeed. How am I ever going to replace such cheap and skilled labor? Fortunately, I hadn't paid them their wages for the last few months. That takes some of the sting out of it.
Yes, what is it?
Perhaps I am not the best person to comfort them.
Can I help you with anything? Carlia? Then she's finally found it. Do you have Gallus's journal? No problem. Let me see it. Ah, this is just like Gallus. A dear friend, but always too clever for his own good. He's written all of the text in the Falmer language. No. However, I know someone who might. The court wizard of Markarth, Calselmo, may have the materials you need to get this journal translated. A word of warning. Calselmo is a fierce guardian of his research. Getting the information won't be easy.
Tell me he didn't just say Calselmo. Please tell me we're not going to talk to that old bastard.
In the time before man, they were known as the Snow Elves. They lived in the sunlight and had a very prosperous society. Like the Altmer? Yes, I would say their culture quite possibly rivaled our own. The Nords went to war with the Falmer in the First Era, killed them by the thousands to drive them from their snowy homeland. The Falmer retreated underground and forged an uneasy alliance with the dwarves who ended up betraying them. This betrayal made them what they are now, horrible, blind monstrosities with a burning hatred of any but their own kind. Good, I lost more than a few acquaintances to the Falmer, and I wish to see them avenged. If you wish to learn more about them, you're welcome to my tome on the subject. Should be on my table. Besides the fact that there are only a handful of people in Tamriel that even recognize the language, I'm fairly certain he was planning some sort of a heist that involved a deep understanding of the Falmer language. Sadly, we never had the opportunity to speak about the details.
Bunch. The last time I followed this lizard treasure hunting, we wound up hanging from the ceiling. I just hope I can live to regret this adventure like all the others.
Can I help you with anything else? He was a dear friend. I suppose that risk always coexisted with his line of work. I just never thought his luck would run out. For the thrill, of course. He was quite clear that he felt more in his element climbing through a window rather than hunched over a dusty tome. Ah, yes, quite an amusing anecdote, actually. I caught him trying to break into my laboratory. I was about to show him the error of his ways when he made a curiously astute comment about my research notes. I was astounded, and in turn it led to a conversation. Who would have imagined it would lead to such a strong friendship?
Aren't you, Scrap? Look at how shiny you are.
In the time before man, they were known as the Snow Elf. Like the Altmer? Yes, I would. The Nord, the Falmer retreated. This betrayal made them what they are now. Horrible, blind monsters. Why shouldn't I? The Falmer have killed more than a fair share of my acquaintances. They're animals. They show absolutely no pity or remorse. If you wish to learn more about them, you're welcome to my tome on the subject. Should be on my table. In the time before man, they were known as like the Altmer, the Nord, the Falmer. This betrayal made them what they are now. Horrible. Yes, I suppose you're right. Forgive me. I've lost several close friends to the Falmer, and it tends to distort my view. If you wish to learn more about them, you're welcome to my tome on the subject. Should be on my table. Be careful.
The last time I followed this lizard treasure
If there's
hunting,
anything
we
you
wound
need,
up hanging
just
from
let
the
me know.
ceiling. That spider still
Here.
gives me nightmares.
Take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left us bounty litter. That's right. College of Interval just north of town. Hard to miss. I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used to be. You can talk to Birna if you need to buy anything. She doesn't have much, but could certainly use the coin. And then there's our little inn. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college, though even that's dried up some. Let's sate that appetite, huh? Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
The last time I followed this
I'll show you
lizard
to your room.
treasure hunting,
Right
we
this
wound
way.
up hanging from the ceiling. That spider still gives me nightmares. I just hope I can live to regret this adventure like all the others.
Anything else you need?
Let me know if you've anything you need from me.
Please, sorry. Again, Tom. We're on a little quest of our own.
Makes me sleepy. I hope we're staying a while.
I don't deal with any college applicants these days, so don't bother asking. No. Gods no, not for years. I left Winterhold for some time and returned to stay here at the inn. I still have research that keeps me busy, and being here in Winterhold ensures I have access to former colleagues. I still have research that keeps me busy, and being here in Winterhold ensures I have access to former colleagues.
Can I help you with anything else?
What are you doing that for?
I just hope I can live to regret this adventure like all the
Mages
others.
don't let us go into college. They said it's not safe in there.
The last time I followed this lizard treasure hunting, we wound up hanging from the ceiling. That spider still gives me nightmares.
You lost?
What's your business here in Winterhold? Should have known. Not that it matters anymore. No one bothers coming to Winterhold for any other reason. Winterhold has lost much of its history, and with that much of its power. I aim to change that. I've heard rumors of the resting place of the Helm of Winterhold. The very same helm that Jarl Hansa wore in the First Era. Hansa was in line to be High King of Skyrim, you know. Having that might get the ear of the other holds, and give me some authority. Good. I'll have a sum of gold waiting for your return. What's there to tell? It's mostly gone now, thanks to those damn mages in the college. Someday there'll be proof they caused the Great Collapse. Most of the city just dropping off into the sea. That doesn't just happen. I do. And if you count yourself among their numbers, then you've blood on your hands as well. There's nothing left of Winterhold. Nothing. Everyone knows it's the college's fault that the sea swallowed our city. Still they deny it. What? We all know the truth. Mm-hmm.
Ours is the only family left that truly cares what happens to Winterhold. That wizard is still at the inn. I can't believe Dagger allows him to stay there.
This is what it's come to. No one seems to care what they've done to our home.
It's clear that memories are far too short.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them. Damn faithless Imperials. All right then.
That wizard is still at the...
My job is to serve the Jarl. I don't really know him. Me? Nothing. And I hope to keep it that way. The Jarl is convinced I have some connection with the college, so he goes easy on me. Maybe you'd like to help me keep up appearances. Old Nellikar has a mage's staff in his room in the frozen hearth. It'd be good to have that staff, in case the Jarl starts wondering if I actually have a real connection to the college. Thanks. I'll be waiting for it. Until next time.
Got to thinking, maybe I'm the Dragonborn, and I just don't know it yet.
So what now? Alright.
What is it? I'll be around. And I was also thinking, oh.
I'm right here.
Nar, you're walking away. Oh, were we done talking? Oops.
I'll stand guard until you get back.
Yes, my Thane. I will remain on guard here.
I don't deal with any college applicants these days, so don't bother asking. Keep your hands to yourself. My days at the college are long behind me, but I prefer to stay close by. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. All right, then.
Can I help you with anything else? Besides the fact that there are only a handful of people in Tamriel that even recognize the language, I'm fairly certain he was planning some sort of a heist that involved a deep understanding of the Falmer language. Sadly, we never had the opportunity to speak about the details. Ironically, I pointed him in the same direction I pointed you, to Markarth and Calselmo. I'm only hoping whatever means he used to learn the language will still be available to you. He was a dear friend of mine, and a surprisingly astute pupil of academia. I was devastated when he was killed. I suppose that risk always coexisted with his line of work. I just never thought his luck would run out. Well, for the thrill, of course. He was quite clear that he felt more in his element climbing through a window rather than hunched over a dusty tome. Ah, yes, quite an amusing anecdote, actually. I caught him trying to break into my laboratory. I was about to show him the error of his ways when he made a curiously astute comment about my research notes. I was astounded, and in turn it led to a conversation. Who'd have imagined it would lead to such a strong friendship? In the time before man, they were known as the Snow Elves. They lived in the sunlight and had a very prosperous society. Like the Altmer? Yes, I would say their culture quite possibly rivaled our own. The Nords went to war with the Falmer in the First Era, killed them by the thousands to drive them from their snowy homeland. The Falmer retreated underground and forged an uneasy alliance with the dwarves who ended up betraying them. This betrayal made them what they are now, horrible, blind monstrosities with a burning hatred of any but their own kind. Calselmo is stubborn as a mule. Be careful when you speak to him.
Are you going to regale me with whatever you discovered while you had me standing here? No? Alright, I'm ready-ish. Huh.
Who's got your back? I do. Lead the way, my hero.
I await your orders, Thane. As you will, my Thane. I will protect you with my life.
Can I help you?
My job is to serve the Jarl, not waste time talking with travelers. This should come in handy. Here, let me show you a few tricks I've learned about buttering up royalty. Watch yourself out there.
that?
Come on! Where you put up on fire? You best.
What was that?
I see.
Stay still and I'll give you a shake.
Not bad. Not bad.
Probably only got a handful of scars from this fight.
Let's get going. How can I serve you, my Thane?
I trust you're not planning any travel. What can I do for you, friend?
Azura's wisdom to you, friend. Good to see you. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
Ours is the only family left that truly cares what happens to Winterhold.
I don't care how many colleges they build, or how much the sea swallows up. I'll outlast
Can't wait to
them all.
kill another.
Need something?
I am your sword and your shield.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. Welcome to War Maidens. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. All right then.
Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome indeed. Everything's for sale, my... Do come back.
Potions and alchemy reagents. Pardon me, but do I detect a... So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winter.
If you have something to say to the Jarl, say it with your own tongue.
Our Lord!
Good to see you.
What do you need? Do you need?
What can I help you with today? How can I serve you, my Thane? Lead on, then.
I hope he's got your back. I do. Alright, let's trade.
What do you need? Talk of strange happenings at Autumnshade Clearing, just north of the lake. My guess? Spriggans.
Don't you just love cloudy weather?
If your allegiance lies with the Empire, we haven't much to discuss.
If those Whiterun guards can take down a dragon, so can we.
I know you. Where was it? Oh! You were getting something for me. Items? What items? Let me see those. I'm not sure how you managed it, but these are exactly what I need to start my next set of experiments. Wonderful! Well, at least allow me to reward you for your uncanny foresight. Take care of yourself. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. Good to see you. Be careful out there.
Not to eat it. Of course, my hero will have to eat most of it. I'm watching my weight.
Greetings. I get that I can be a bit manic, but if I settle down, then
What
so
do you
will
need,
the
my
dust.
friend? Spells and incantations, for those with the talent to cast them.
I really do love this adventuring
Okay.
thing.
Now,
Even
where
when
did
I'm
I
not
put
in
those
Dwemer rooms,
spiders?
there's always just something interesting to see.
let's get going. I'm at your command. I will protect you with my life.
I'm right here. Sure, I'll carry it all. I just imagine the sack is full of jewelry, dresses, and boots. I would never drop that. Right behind you.
Buying and selling fine
Smells
jewelry here.
There's the smell from the market, the sweetness from the meadery, but also the stench of sewage water and unwashed beggars.
Glory!
Have you prepared the stables like I suggested, Charlie?
Yes,
Huh?
Lady Mio.
Yeah?
If Riften gets attacked, we'll retreat inside the city gates and bar the door just like you said.
Good.
Damn
You could be our
God,
first
won't
line
take
of
the
defense since
time.
you live outside the city walls, so we're depending on you.
I've never seen... The old told me that it isn't this bad everywhere. Maybe one day I'll venture out and see if she's right.
Can I help you? If you're looking for a handout, you want to speak with my husband.
I'm glad you're here. Good day.
Madesi, my friend. How have things been since last week's incident?
Ever since you scared
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough
Greetings
about
are
himself.
everything I've got on display, really. Safe travels, Landstrider.
It's my
Mjol's
pleasure.
brought me nothing
If
but
you see the
safety
thieves
and
kill
peace of
harassing
mind.
anyone else,
Good to see
be
you.
sure and let me
Lessons
know.
with the blade.
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Stop that. Anytime.
Ah, it's good to see you.
Beautiful baubles and gleams.
Welcome. Allow me to recommend the Blackbriar Mead, the purest brew in all of Skyrim.
I presume you're bothering.
Watch what you're doing.
Need something? Out with it. You know Bellathor's shop in Whiterun? That'd be a good place to start. He carries all sorts of things like that. All right then. Old fort, abandoned for years.
you, right? It's dark in here. Oh. Job, Remy. Now you're bleeding all over the place.
There's a cave here. Perfect hideout for bandits, or worse.
Nari's funny. She tells everyone how handsome
Yes?
and pretty they are.
Until next
Mom
time.
says she does it for tips.
Be quick about it.
Good steel's worth every septim.
What do you
Remember
want?
that.
Very well. Welcome to Dead Man's Drink. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
I do love the rain, but it's a
I'll
bit
show you to your
irritating
room.
when it keeps
Right this
dripping
way.
into my eyes.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
What do you want?
Hide and fur armor can help camouflage you in the forest, but a true warrior takes his foe head on.
Scrap, don't let my books get wet.
I'm the steward here. I serve under Jarl Siggeir and Jarl Dengir before him. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
I'm not great at keeping up on current events. I just feel that other things are more important.
May wisdom forever light your path. For Falkreath and I, this is just one more war in a long line.
Good to see you. Finally, someone useful is around.
I
safe.
protect the Jarl,
Farewell.
whoever that might be. Falkreath's cemetery reminds us that war is not new.
Feels good, but loyalty's better. I'm loyal to Dengear first, and the Empire second. Take a look. See me at my forge if you need arms or armor.
Don't let the shop's name frighten. Take a look. All right, then.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of errands to run.
Ah, welcome to Angela's Aromatics. Can I help you with some herbal needs? It's good to see a fresh face. You wouldn't have happened to come from Whiterun, would you? You got Aldous to tell you something. I knew you would. What did he say?
You know, Nishuanzal wasn't
I
my
told
first
her.
choice of Dwemer Ring to see in
I
Skyrim.
told her the
I first
Imperial
tried to send
army
my
would
other
kill
brother
her.
closer to the Hammerfell
That this was a war of Jarls and Imperial generals, and we had no part in it. She just wouldn't hear it. It was brave of you to come to me with this. I can't thank you for it, not for this. But you have done me a service. Hello, friend. Good to see you. Take care, dearie.
slow and steady.
Ah, you're just in time. Like, brought me more than some firebrand wine, I trust. Usual guild rate. Let's take a look at them. Working with the guild again is the best decision I've ever made. Protection, respect, and a constant flow of coin. It couldn't get any better. Best of all, there's no need to smuggle things quietly anymore. With the influence we have in Solitude, I can march it right out the front door. Just remember me if you get your hands on anything else.
What is it?
I'm a little busy. You were there for Rogvir's execution. Perhaps, but necessary. As you know, my cousin Fura died out there fighting for us. She wouldn't have had to if it weren't for Rogvir. Thank you for helping my aunt earlier.
Ah,
I'll
good to see you.
later.
It was a pleasure.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Yes?
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
I used to try hard to do magic. I'd stare for hours at a marble, trying to use alteration to lift it. It took a while to accept that I just couldn't.
Feel free to make requests. Sure. What can I do for you? Yes. This one's a favorite of mine. A legend we all know and love. Our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes. With a voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe, the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes.
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some meat.
damn Stormcloak rebels.
Ah, yes, my matchmaker. What is it I can do for you? Then you were well informed. I am at this very moment on the cusp of completing my magnum opus on the subject. I'm calling it Calcelmo's Guide to the Falmer Tongue. It will revolutionize the way we understand those ancient beings. Preposterous! That research represents years of personal toil in some of the most dangerous Dwemer ruins in Skyrim. You must be mad to think I'd allow anyone to see it before it's completed. I've already provided you a key to the museum. You should consider it an honor if you are allowed to browse my collection. I'm sorry, but that's as far as my generosity extends.
Can we please see the Dwemer Museum while we're here?
Hello, friend.
What manner of power is that?
I know Thieves Guild armor when I see it. You're not fooling anyone.
Gods damn those Force One. So many dead.
You escaped the Sidna mine. It was rather foolish of me to doubt you. My lord could escape from its lonely belly if the situation called for.
Alright then. Let's steal those oh-so-precious research notes. He thinks locked doors will stop me? The fool.
Come on, let's get back to it.
reminds me a little of Wayrest. Beautiful on the outside, not so much on the inside.
Someone there? Intruder! Help!
You can't win this! Victory.
Great!
For now.
Just let me catch my breath.
Nar safe, okay? Okay, Nar. If you could stop leading us into danger, I'd
You have committed.
No, Nar safe, okay? Nar's alive. I'm alive. Everyone.
Kill any intruders on site. Call for backup if you need it. Let no one.
The Silverbloods flaunting their wealth, like a siren call to would-be thieves. Perhaps we should pay them a visit too. Nora's alive. I'm alive. Everyone is alive? Good.
I sense a presence.
Okay, Nar. If you could stop leading us into danger, I'd be a hypocrite to say that, so never mind. I've always been a night owl.
was a chef who cooks with alchemy. I've always wanted to try a pheasant roast that also cured my sniffles.
What do you think this is? Another trap. Someone there?
Nara's alive. I'm alive. Everyone is alive. Good.
Shuanzell wasn't my first choice in Dwemer Specialist. I first tried exploring another one closer to
get hit.
could find a way to capture sound, we could carry music everywhere with us. Is this it? These aren't really his research notes if they aren't written by him, are they? Let's take a look. Yep, absolute gibberish. Wait, actually, there appears to be some Dwemeris here, too. Let's see. This is... Well, let's just say that Dwemer weren't a good people. Well, we'll need to take a copy to Enthir somehow. Any ideas? Did you need something, Nar? Talk to you later, then.